Hi Libra, thank you for coming on over for your shadow scry. If you want to take a look at the ink blot, that'll inspire our meditative state. Feel free to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms, of course. Libras, this is not necessarily a continuation of your color ink blot, which I'll put the link below, but we'll let it be its own like eclectic extended. So let's get going here.
Where are we?
I'm seeing a chestnut. Yep, seeing a chestnut. Somebody might be pregnant. Congratulations. I see a seal. A seal? Yeah, a seal. I also see somebody, sorry, I'm going to apparently dig right in here. I'm seeing somebody with that might, okay, it's a weird way to say it, grumpy socks. Grumpy socks. So I don't know if somebody could be in a relationship, or if you are, whether you are or not pregnant with a new little chestnut. Maybe your partner aren't together anymore, or recently separated. Maybe you've already had the chestnut. I don't know. I just see somebody with grumpy gopher socks. Okay. Justice and the Moon coming through, and as well the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I had to make a choice about something. I feel like you made the right choice. You made the right choice. But it's like I kind of had to fall back to get ahead. Does that make sense? Fall back to get ahead. Regarding the chestnut, the baby, I feel like it's almost like a miracle baby, or not even, or there's something else about, okay. So say this is like the umbilical cord to the belly. This is like how big the presence is of this angelic spirit, ready to be human. And part of this may be in regards to transmuting the grumpy gopher guts of this other energy. I feel as though the one bearing, okay, so I'm seeing like a feminine energy bearing through the front and the belly, symbolically speaking. Sorry, hold on a second. It's like there's an energy behind me that's very, very pale. Almost like raccoon eyes, but it's not a raccoon. It's humanoid. And they have like a very thin, long nose. Okay, well, I'm going to carry on here. Sorry. Yeah, in the moment. Real life. That's the way it happens. Okay, so you know how like the feminine carrying, the feminine energy is carrying the bump in the front. And there's somebody with like a humpback. They carry in the back some sort of burden. I'm seeing very smooth wood. I don't know if somebody's a woodworker or a carpenter or something along that lines. Okay, 9 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so something might have happened if perhaps this chestnut didn't become or come to be, or was very short-lived. Like it was taken away from me. This could be in regards to that as well. And maybe grumpy gopher guts here, and then there's a grief because something didn't work out. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know, or I'm sure there's different channels where in some cases the chestnut did pass, and then there's others where the chestnut became a tree, and we didn't stay together, and then we did. And there's all like these different timelines with the Libra, and I keep coming back to the Justice with this smooth wood kind of feel, like the sands of time, and I'm not trying to, the way I'm seeing it, because I'm feeling it, and it's so wonderfully smooth.
Play with me.
But to get to that smooth feeling I had to like sandpaper through different grits to get there. The Hermit, the Wheel, and the Page of Swords. Okay, the Wheel is in the reverse. I'm going to leave it. Typically, if my cards, they're in, it's fine. It is what it is. So it felt like how I said, like I had to almost take 2 steps back to get 10 ahead. And I was okay by doing that because it was evening something out, and not in this tit for tat way. This was an evening out amongst the whole. It's like that saying, when the higher self, you know, in that bird's eye view, and you're going through a labyrinth of life almost, and they can see you're going to hit a brick wall or nowhere else to go, and you're going to have to retract. So you might get this intuitive nature like, oh, it's time now. But it doesn't logically make sense because you haven't hit that yet. So you think, no, I've committed to this way. So I'm going to see it all the way through. And that's absolutely one way. Sorry, I got to get off my legs. And then there's this other part that speaks of the intuition. It's like, no, if we backtrack now and take a left to the right, to the left, whatever the case may be, you're actually going to miss a whole lot. Does that make sense? So there's like this contemplation of thinking that maybe the wheel of fortune had stopped.
Donate.
Maybe I created karma. Maybe I deserve this if there is a loss of a relationship, loss of a marriage, loss of a chestnut that didn't become a tree. I don't know what it is. Could even be that the chestnut did grow into a tree, but then, you know, if you guys separated, the chestnut went the other way. But I see there's a student here about something. So this doesn't have to be necessarily in resonance with another, you know, human incarnate. If you know what I'm talking about, you can absolutely potentially apply it to whatever that is for you. It's like, well, then I'm going to take this time to retreat, recalibrate, relearn. I see a lot of contemplation going on. A lot of contemplation and reflection. And ironically enough, I see it, Libras, if you can resonate with the story in any sort of way, and of course, always follow, see, sense, and feel for yourself. I, in turn, even if I feel separated and alone right now from what I love, from the happy family I wanted to have, or I thought I was going to have, whatever the case may be, I'm going to become a beacon for... Okay, so if there is a child or a chestnut that grows up, you're going to become a beacon of light for them. Because I just feel like there's a lot of information unknown right now. And there could be, is it from the other reading, where I felt like you were very much so multitasking, and then there was a manipulation. But I didn't want to say manipulation because it didn't feel like from the Libra collective manipulation. But maybe it's an external energy that is manipulating. And one day, as the Hermit, you will be sitting there with your heart open and the path leads back to you. Not because one is right or wrong, simply because your experiences of choice, experiences for the child, for the chestnut to fully grow and hold one's own understanding. Yeah, does that make sense? Hopefully somewhere along the lines. Whew, I felt like that was a mouthful. I see like one of those dogs that point, you know, especially in like cartoons. Is it like maybe a hound dog or a wiener dog or something? And when they like, boing, and when they see something, they straighten up, like tail, tip to tail. They straighten up. Maybe somebody is straightening up. Posturing yourself. There's that really smooth shoe again. I can't even get away from it from this angle. You know, when you see the rings on the side of, it's bringing me into Lake Mead when we were in Arizona or Nevada. Sorry, when we were in Vegas getting married. Anyway, we went to Lake Mead and we could see on the rock surfaces, like all these different, you know, rings that they water and time leave. And that's what I feel like I can see on your feet, that you've been through. Feels water oriented, or even like the rings in a tree tells a story.
Energy.
Somebody might also be want to keep an eye out on your lymph system. Yeah, lymph. Like veins creating through the ashes. Protection is on the bottom. Okay, so we have here Black Cat. Fortune meets opportunity, invisibility, authenticity, and creating through the ashes. So this is like that Page of Swords Hermit style. I keep seeing a creature in there. And it's like running towards what I want to become. It's like I'm actually able to recreate myself, and not because anything was bad about me before, not because anything was broken. And yes, you might have felt broken and you might have felt battered, beaten, and torn. But those things aren't defining. They were experiences. What defines them seems to be whatever you make of them. And through this skull care, skin care, I feel like you have the ability, or working through it like Cinco de Mayo, and like really honoring the parts of you that you can let go of and not feel shame if there's shame in regards to anything. Because even with the Wheel of Fortune before, if you felt like the dice didn't fall in your whatever the gambling thing is, right? But I feel like by you going through your... Yes, I'm going to drink in a minute. Sorry. I don't know if something with your legs. Maybe it's like the veins in the legs or something. I feel really antsy in my legs in this reading. There's some sort of reading or schooling or something that I'm doing in this time that brings fortune in my favor. Maybe those frequencies of other family members, people I care about, back towards me, or me towards them, but on different terms. Not in a fight term, not in a fight or flight. I feel like I'm very tired of the fight or flight. Somebody might have an ankle tattoo. Seeing an old man. I could be like cowboy-y. Okay, I'm seeing like an ET phone home. Thank you. An ET phone home, like something's trying to draw me back. But it's like, but home's that way. So it's like saying ET phone home, but home's this way. So our closing out cards here from the AC deck is, when was the last time you experienced vulnerability? And what do you think vulnerability is? Well, maybe asking ourselves these questions, as the EC deck indicates, it's like this emotional kaleidoscope of asking ourselves to inspire introspection. And you've got lots of it here with your Hermit and your Wheel of Fortune, your Page of Swords. These questions might, or something to ask somebody else and maybe inspire a really good deep conversation. So when was the last time you experienced vulnerability? We're in the preconscious realm, wandering to the subconscious realm, Libras, if this helps. Would your younger self be proud of the person you have become today?
Neil.
So, and that's Neil as in like Neil, but of course, if it's a name for you, the way I'm hearing this is that this whole time I could be thinking of the chestnut like somebody's preggers, or you had a chest. This could have been when you were born. And I want to see if I can, there we go. This is how big of like an angelic presence you have. And now I'm also seeing it like a snail. And wherever you are, home is. Think maybe things are working a little slower than you might have liked or preferred. But I feel like it's because it has longevity. The long game, the long con. So would your younger self be proud of the person you have become today? And then in the conscious realm, can you explain what nostalgia feels like? So I do want to absolutely acknowledge, Libras, if you've made it this far in, thank you so much. Please do like, share, and subscribe. However, while there may be some that are currently preggers and so on, this could be about when you were in the womb and you remember. And this is pretty powerful. This is pretty powerful, of you being here and remembering what it was like when you were young, remembering what it was like being a baby, and vice versa. All right, Libras, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for being my muse. This did say help, so I almost hear like help me, help you, help me, help you, Jerry Maguire type thing. But I'm gonna get off here and see what's going on. So thank you again. Until next time.